tonight, strengthening conventional media platforms in promoting accountability and anti-corruption in focus, as Inter-Religious Coalition Against Corruption in Nigeria holds symposium in Calabar. Standard Organization of Nigeria stages sensitization forum in Calabar to push for strict adherence to standardization of goods and services. And Minister of Niger Delta Affairs at Faculty of Social Sciences Alumni Day stresses need for diversification of the nation's economy. Details shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Odwak Etam. The Standards Organization of Nigeria has called on local manufacturers and importers to adhere strictly to standards and quality for enhancement of business profitability and global competitiveness. Director General and Chief Executive Standards Organization of Nigeria, Farouk Salim, said this at a one-day sensitization workshop held in Calabar. Justina Etam reports that the Director General was represented by the Regional Director South Region, Usman Mohammed.
Substandard products are said to have a far-reaching negative effect on both manufacturers and users and could lead to loss of lives and shutdown of many industries. It is on this note that the Standards Organization of Nigeria is interfacing with relevant stakeholders to ensure that quality products are produced and delivered to the public to avert sanctions and promote healthy living.
The federal government, in their wisdom, created the agency so that we ensure that the economy of the country competes favorably with the economy of other nations.
We need to make sure that our manufacturers update their ways of activities, improve on the quality of products they give out to the consumers.
Resource persons called on manufacturers to ensure that products comply with Nigerian industrial standards in order to rid the market of substandard products and attain global competitiveness.
Standard has given specifications that protect consumer against any product, and when it comes to safety, performance of the product is also very key.
Participants also speak.
On a monthly basis, I believe that events like this should be taking place, not just capital city like Calabar, but also taking it into the local government levels. Standard is life.
This sensitization program, very timely, is an avenue to update ourselves.
The workshop is on the theme, Partner in Progress for Business Boom via Standardization. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
Strengthening the conventional media platforms in promoting accountability and anti-corruption in Nigeria is key to exposing corruption to public scrutiny and fighting against impunity based on their authenticity of information. This dominated discussion at a one-day symposium on promoting anti-corruption and accountability through behavioral change approach held in Calabar. The symposium was at the instance of Inter-Religious Coalition Against Corruption in Nigeria. Corruption, no doubt, has been the leading factor contributing to the underdevelopment of any nation. And so for Nigeria to grow and achieve greatness, corruption needs to be checked, and the media has an important role to play through agenda setting and exploring investigative journalism strategy to uncover corrupt practices. This is why this one-day symposium on using conventional media platforms to promote accountability and anti-corruption in Nigeria was held, also to reawaken media practitioners' consciousness on the dangers of corruption in order to support government effort in tackling it.
As a journalist, we should go behind the scene to get further information about what actually the public officer is doing or has done. What he has said, is it true or false?
Expected from the media is to play the traditional role that media was set up for. And one of the things is to educate our people about the dangers of corruption.
Co-directors Inter-Religious Coalition Against Corruption in Nigeria, Bishop Emaisong and Imam Shefiu Abdul Karim, call for objective journalism and accurate information dissemination that will promote accountability and transparency in both private and public sector dealings.
The media should internalize the message of corruption by they themselves shunning corrupt practices, shortcuts, and they themselves refusing to be used as stooges by politicians. Media are the conscience of the society. Therefore, we expect them to speak up. They say, when you see something, say something.
Corruption in Nigeria is endemic, and if you must uproot this institution, you must ensure that you are strategic in your approach. So as part of our strategic action plan is to engage the media, the conventional media, because we know they are credible and they have the power of influence.
It is therefore recommended that freedom and the independence of press should be a major policy issue in Nigeria.
Certificates of participation were presented to participants to further boost their morale in the fight against corruption. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News. Minister of Niger Delta Affairs Umanu Mana says, though oil and gas have been sustaining the country's economy over the years, there is urgent need for all stakeholders and nation building to align with the federal government's drive to diversify the economy in order not to continue to depend on fossil fuel. The minister who was represented stated this in a lecture on impact of global warming to the world and Nigeria at the Maiden Alumni Day of Faculty of Social Sciences of the University of Calabar. Oba Hysent reports.
Towards the gathering of alumni of the Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Calabar tagged the homecoming of the Eagles, where shared expertise and skills were the order of the day, and students and graduates of the faculty sharing different experiences. In a lecture, the Minister of Niger Delta, Umana, though represented, dwelled on the impact of global warming to the world economy. He noted that for Nigerian economy to be afloat in the changing world, economy of all states of the Federation need to buckle up and embrace the diversification of the economy for desired development.
Although oil and gas have been central to the economic life of Nigeria for some time, that centrality has not always worked to the full advantage of Nigerians, especially those of them whose immediate environment has borne the direct fallout of oil and gas exploration and production. Now that the global community appears set on building a future that is less dependent on hydrocarbons for energy, Nigeria must move in tandem with what is happening now. For us, this future must be one in which we will seriously pursue industrialization, but without the disastrous environmental consequences that have been associated with hydrocarbons as the main source of energy.
Dean of the Faculty of Social Science, Professor Ibinga Enang, gave a rundown of the success, the challenges of the faculty, and the proposal of where the faculty ought to be.
It has produced two faculties, namely Faculty of Animal Sciences and Faculty of Environmental Sciences. This maiden edition of our alumni meet is being organized to provide a platform for us to not only celebrate and refresh old memories and relationships and establish new ones, but to also bring our current students of the faculty to the realities of the present and the future.
This maiden alumni day and dinner is to call us home in the celebratory sense of it, so we can indulge in a bit of self-congratulation, which we rightly deserve. It is the first alumni day of the faculty since inception in 1975. Records from the Alumni Directorate indicate that over 80,000 graduates make up the university alumni community, with the Faculty of Social Sciences having its proud share of the best in terms of brand, beauty, brands, and excellence anywhere in the world.
Some deserving alumni were awarded, including Senator John Eno, Minister of Niger Delta Umana Okonumana, and Senator John Udodere, who were represented.
So education is simply a process of bringing out the perfection in humanity. arising from creation, failing which that humanity is defective.
Having passed through the school, and the school are impacting so much on me and others, I believe it is high time we also pay back, partly because there's no way we can pay fully for the knowledge that we obtain from the citadel. So I'm encouraged to see what they are doing today, and I'm happy that I fall among the very inaugural recipients who have been honored today.
The Alumni Day and Dinner of the Faculty of Social Science provided opportunity for alumni to interact and renew friendliness. In Calabar, Oba Hysen, NTA News.
That is it on the news. Thanks for watching.